The World Cup continues on Tuesday, and we all expect Norway to easily defeat Iraq, but I am assuming you don't want to lay minus 500 to prove your point. Don't worry. Got a free play on that match where the juice isn't nearly as much. I've also got a second free play for you coming up in this video. It is on Argentina versus Algeria. Is this one as easy as it looks? Maybe not. Stay tuned for how you should bet the defending World Cup champs in their first group stage match of 2026. What's going on, everybody? Bryan Power back with you here on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. In case you didn't know, I've made plenty of money betting on soccer over the last 2 years. In fact, I've made almost 50 units of profit during that time. English Premier League, Champions League, Bundesliga, La Liga. It doesn't matter. I'm your guy for this year's World Cup. Last summer, I won 75% of my bets in the Club World Cup and Gold Cup tournaments. WT.buzz/BP is where to go while you're watching this video. There you'll find all of my top plays, not just for the World Cup, but Major League Baseball as well, where I'm on a 34-18 run entering Monday. Now, before I get to today's two free plays, I do have one favor to ask, and that is please click that subscribe button down below. When you do that, you're not only helping us out, but whenever more free play videos like this drop, and I'm not the only one doing them, you'll be instantly notified. All right, let's get to the free plays. Up first, Norway versus Iraq, 6 p.m. Eastern Tuesday on Fox. Obviously, Norway is a big favorite here. Like I mentioned earlier, anywhere from minus 500 to minus 600 on the three-way line. Meanwhile, you can get odds as high as plus 1,500 if you think Iraq can pull what would be a monumental upset. The draw, and we've seen plenty of those so far in this World Cup, around plus 600. So odds makers pretty confident that Norway is going to win here and claim all 3 points. The Scandinavian side certainly needs all 3 points here if they're to have any chance of winning Group I. Of course, Group I also has France in the mix. We all presume France, one of the pre-tournament favorites to win the whole thing, is the side to beat here in Group I. By the time Norway and Iraq hit the pitch, Foxborough, Tuesday night, by the way, this one is in Massachusetts, Foxborough, Patriot Stadium. France will have already faced Senegal earlier in the day. No matter the result there, we should see Norway come out strong in this opening match. This is one of the dark horse teams in the tournament, according to many, myself included. They have Erling Haaland in their camp, of course, if you did not know. The Manchester City striker once again led the English Premier League in goals scored this past season with 27. That was 5 more than any other player. Norway also has Alexander Sorloth, who scored 13 goals for Atletico Madrid in La Liga. What does Iraq have? Well, for being honest, not a hope in hell. There's not a single player from any of Europe's top 5 leagues on this roster. They got a really bad draw being in this group as well. It would be a real surprise to me, guys, if Iraq were able to claim even a single point in this World Cup. They'll be heavy underdogs in all 3 of their group stage matches. Yes, stranger things have happened. Some of you are probably screaming about Cape Verde drawing Spain, but I'd be shocked if that kind of result repeated itself here with Norway and Iraq. It was a struggle for the Iraqis just to qualify for this tournament. They had a managerial change during qualifying, and since November of 2022, they faced only 8 teams outside their confederation and posted a -3 expected goal difference since the second round of qualifying. So a below average side, needless to say. Meanwhile, that would be Iraq, of course, below average. Norway, they were dominant World Cup qualifying. How about a perfect 8 for 8? In winning those 8 fixtures, Norway outscored its opponents 37-5. So how should we be betting Haaland and company on Tuesday? How about their team total over 2.5? You can still get that at -108. Of course, for this bet to cash, needless to say, Norway would have to score 3 goals. Be sure to shop around for the best available price, but I think it is the best way to bet Norway in their World Cup opener. So that's Norway, team total over 2.5 for your first free play. Let me know what you think about that bet by commenting down below. Do I have it right? Or is there another bet that you think we should be looking to make? We want to hear from you. So please comment down below. All right, now that you have both subscribed and commented, now it is time for me to talk about Argentina versus Algeria. This is a 9 p.m. Eastern start on Tuesday, once again on Fox. This match will take place in Kansas City. Argentina won the World Cup 4 years ago. Of course, the final against France was decided on penalties, but if you remember, Argentina actually lost their first group stage match 2-1 to Saudi Arabia in what was considered a massive stunner at the time. Perhaps as we fast forward back to 2026, that's going to give Algeria some hope, but odds makers are not big believers in the Algerian side for this opening match in Group J. Argentina is around a minus 250 favorite to win. That's on the three-way line. So not nearly as big a favorite as Norway is in the first match I discussed in this video. If you think Algeria can pull the upset Tuesday night, you can find them around plus 850 on the three-way line. The draw is plus 360. While those odds on Argentina, not that outrageous, and I do expect them to win here, I wouldn't bet them at the current price. I'm not in the habit of getting to that minus 250 range. Instead, let's go under 2.5 goals. Yes, we're going to play the total here. Juice isn't too bad, anywhere from minus 115 to minus 120, depending on your book. That's as of this recording. I'm recording this on Monday night. Now, the last time Argentina failed to score in a World Cup opener was 1990. I realize that. They're probably going to score here. That World Cup opener in 1990 was a 1-0 loss to Cameroon. Again, would be a bit of a shock to see them lose here. I know they lost to Saudi Arabia in the opener, like I mentioned 4 years ago. Algeria, I will say this for them. They are a top 30 team in the FIFA rankings that has conceded only 2 goals across their last 6 matches. But the problem for Algeria is that they're not likely to control the ball in this match. If Argentina is able to get out to a 1-0 or 2-0 lead, they're likely to park the bus, so to speak, and dominate possession. So under 2.5 in Argentina, Algeria is your second free play for today. Just think if Argentina gets a lead, they'll be able to maintain it. And then Algeria's only hope, obviously, is to limit Argentina. Let me know what you think about that by commenting down below. Now, as long as you've already smashed that like button, it's time to head on over to wt.buzz/BP. I've got special offers for you. How about getting the next 6 days of premium selections for just $69? Yes, $69 for 6 days of premium plays. There you see it. Of course, the plays I gave you here were free plays, but it is the premium plays that you're going to really want. Again, I've made nearly 50 units of profit in soccer the last 2 years. Also, that 34-18 MLB run that I mentioned earlier, that goes back to April 17th, 62-41 all sports run as well. So it's been a great last 2 months over at WagerTalk.com for me. Note what you see on your screen right now. It is a limited time special. Normally, it would cost you $69 to get 3 days of service. Here, we are giving you double the access, 6 days at no extra cost. Of course, this would include any 5% plays, any max bets if I do have those, but it is every play that I release for the next 6 days, both in the World Cup and MLB. Give me a try, guys. I'm confident you're going to be satisfied with the results. 6 days for $69. WT.buzz/BP. It's going to do it for me. Another free play video in the books. I really hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to both like and subscribe. And until next time, let's cash some tickets.